Good evening and welcome to the Humor and Politics Show. I'm your host, and tonight we have two very special guests with us, Mark Lechler and Thomas Dubois. As always, we'll be discussing some of the hottest political topics of the moment, but with a twist, we'll be injecting some humor into the mix. So sit back, relax, and get ready to laugh and learn as we dive into the world of politics with our expert guests. First, we have Mark Lechler, an experienced former Minister of Economy and Finance, known for his pragmatic and measured approach to economic policy. Mark believes in strengthening France's position in the European Union while protecting the interests of its workers and businesses. He is also a strong advocate for greater coordination of fiscal and social policies within the EU. Our second guest is Thomas Dubois, a leader in the labor movement and former communist activist. Thomas is committed to reducing economic and social inequalities, investing in public services and local agriculture, and promoting cooperation among EU countries in the area of health. He is also a proponent of leaving NATO and forging alliances with countries such as Cuba and Iran. Please welcome Mark and Thomas to our show. Let's start with a little bit of humor. Mark, I heard you have a joke for us.
Yes, I do. Did you hear about the new restaurant called Karma? There's no menu, you just get what you deserve.
That's a good one, Mark. Thomas, do you have a joke for us as well?
Well, I'm not much of a jokester, but I have to say, Mark's sense of humor is about as effective as his economic policies.
Very funny, Thomas. But at least I don't want to leave NATO like you do.
Leaving NATO isn't a joke, Mark. We need to work together with other countries to build a more peaceful world.
Speaking of working together, let's talk about the European Union. Mark, you have advocated for a stronger position for France within the EU. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, of course. I believe that France can play a leading role within the EU by promoting policies that protect the interests of our workers and businesses while also cooperating with other countries, including Germany and the United States.
And Thomas, what is your view on the EU?
Well, I think the EU has potential, but it needs to change. We need to focus on reducing inequality, investing in our public services and agriculture, and promoting cooperation in areas like healthcare. We also need to work towards a more democratic and transparent EU, where the needs of ordinary people are put first.
Moving on to another topic, Philippe Dupont is known for his controversial views on immigration and security. What do you both think of his proposals?
I don't agree with Mr. Dupont's extreme views on immigration and security. We need to find a balance between protecting our borders and respecting the rights of all individuals, regardless of their nationality.
I couldn't agree more. Mr. Dupont's ideas are based on fear and prejudice, not on facts or reason. We need to focus on building a society that is inclusive and welcoming to all, not just those who fit a narrow definition of what it means to be French.
We have now a special caller who has been following the presidential campaign closely. Barbara from Toulouse is on the line, and she has some questions for one of the candidates. She wants to talk to Mark. Let's hear her.
Good evening. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Barbara, and I'm calling in to speak to Mr. Mark Lechler. Mr. Lechler, I have been following your campaign closely, and I am thoroughly impressed with your policies and vision for the future of France. In fact, I was wondering if there might be an opportunity for me to work with you in some capacity.
Well, Mr. Lechler, what do you have to say to this request for a job?
Thank you for your question, honey. As a candidate for political office, it is not appropriate for me to make any promises or commitments about job opportunities. However, I do recognize the challenges faced by many families in our country, and if elected, I will work to create policies that promote job growth and economic stability for all.
You see, I have been struggling to find work for some time now, and I truly believe that I could be an asset to your team. Specifically, I have experience in communications and would love the opportunity to utilize my skills in this field. I understand that this is a rather unconventional way to approach a political candidate, but I simply felt that I had to take this chance. If there is any possibility of us discussing this matter further, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you for your time and best of luck in your campaign.
I would also like to take this opportunity to remind our viewers that as a society, we must work together to provide support and resources for those in need.
This is a shame.
I encourage you to explore the various employment services available through our government and community organizations.
You are a dirty capitalist.
Thank you for your question, and I wish you all the best.
What a fascist. I hate that guy. I would like to finish this broadcast with a joke. Are you ready? You know what they say about capitalism. It's the only system where man exploits man, and the inverse is also true. Thanks a lot, I appreciate.
Well said, Thomas. And with that, we come to the end of our discussion with the candidates for the 2027 presidential election. We hope this conversation has provided some valuable insights into their policies and vision for the future of our country. We encourage all of our viewers to stay informed about the issues and to exercise their right to vote in the upcoming election. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.